Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. The sun is shining on both of these teams. And we're off from Tampa. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Coming out throwing is Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has him on the quick hitter. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
3rd and short, Mayfield. Throw is caught by the back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently, because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense in the hurry up here. Williams from the gun. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They've got a man in motion. Working from the gun, Williams. The throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They'll be facing fourth down. He'll go quickly to the right. Touchdown, Chicago. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
It's caught. And the two-point try is good. He reaches the end zone and gives them a 5-point lead. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for two. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
First and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield now from the gun. He's on the move. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it's going to be Bears football. First down throw by Williams. Completed here to Komet. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Bears first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers take possession of the football.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, to put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time. Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So now, here's third and goal. Baker now from the gun. And they will score. It's a Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers get some late points and the lead. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast, trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Williams to throw on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. Still has some space inside the 35. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Here we go, set.
Off the play fake, Williams. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. That heater is going to fall to the turf.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Williams will look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a 1st. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Short pass brought in. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first.
Alert, alert, alert,
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Irving hauls it in. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Jalen Johnson with the stop.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a...
That's grabbed inside the 30. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
Set. Alert, 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 alert.
Baker throwing again. That's to the sideline, and Evans has got it. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Mayfield to throw again. He just throws this one away. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Regular. Set. Hey, alert 33. Set.
From the gun, Mayfield. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that'll push their lead to 4.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. And look at this return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Good. What's up?
Here's Baker to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing again is Baker. This finds Evans, complete. And he gets him around 6 there. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing, Baker. Escapes the pocket. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
What's up?
He's back to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first.
Real. Pistol.
Putting the tight end in motion.
What's up?
Play fake, it's Mayfield. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Good. What's up?
Baker now. This one finds Irving. Still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. They've got first down from the 31. Mayfield with a blitz coming. Oh, he loses the football. Bears pick it up, headed the other way. Space on the right, he's got room. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take the lead right away in half number 2. A great return out of him, makes a great play into one of our game's biggest highlights with that touchdown.
Yeah, some serious running back skills right there for a linebacker who doesn't get too many chances to show out like that. The only time we normally see him at top speed, Kate, is when he's running down a ball carrier. But to put that ball in his hands, he wasn't going to be denied.
So once again, the Bears trying for 2. They'll try it on the ground. And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Regular.
Mayfield now from the gun. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. And now they face 2nd down.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Got Evans, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Irving on the inside give. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Hauled in by Godwin. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Jervon Dexter escorted him to the ground. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Baker now from the gun. That's going to be caught by Evans. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Brought in close to the 8. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Escapes out to the left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. Baker Mayfield the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. 19 tight.
Here's Williams. That's complete to Komet on a slant. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's a Chicago first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw by Williams. Flushed out of the pocket.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson on hand. Greg, you get to a game like this and you love the matchup because As we watch and get ready, you just watch highlight after highlight of the ball in the air. Down the field, we got two big-arm quarterbacks going head-to-head here in this one.
And if you love offensive football and you love high-level quarterback play, we've got a matchup that I think you're going to be pretty excited to sit down and take in alongside us, because every blade of grass is an opportunity to deliver the ball. And the amount of pressure on these defenses to defend the entire field, knowing there is no throw off limit, there is no route that cannot be unleashed. This is the ultimate test for any defense when you have two quarterbacks like this lined up under center.
The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
Here's Burrow going to begin this one with a pass. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Back-to-back gains of 10 yards and back-to-back first downs.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. On the ground, it's Brown. He'll take this ahead for a yard, down to the 49. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle. Here's 3rd and 7. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Taken in by Gesicki. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Gesicki, the man in motion. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been a passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one, and it'll lead to a second down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Now Burrow on the bootleg. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. To the left side, caught by Chase.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Burrow throwing on fourth down. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
For so many years, Mike, the conversation was, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL? And I think now, after winning back-to-back Super Bowls 3 and 4 years, it's not so much, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL now? It's, is he entering the conversation as being one of the best quarterbacks of all time? I certainly am one of those people that believe that's the case. He has a chance through the rest of his career, now not even being 30 years old, to accomplish a lot of things that are unheard of at the NFL level.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it here. It's Samaje Perine. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Mahomes on first down. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. That is caught down the field. It's Worthy. And he will get into the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chiefs come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd and a yard. Play action now. It's Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. And he's going to have a 1st down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Throwing is Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
The Chiefs offense ready for their 2nd possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. They put Kelsey in motion. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Here's 2nd and 2. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
He'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. He'll have it by plenty. It was 3rd and 2. They picked up 8.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
1st down throw, Mahomes. The left side into the hands of Hopkins.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Got a man. That's Rashee Rice. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. It's 2nd down. They put Kelsey in motion. Right back to the air from Mahomes. He connects with Gray on that one. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still little work to do now on 3rd down. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They bring Chase in motion. On 1st and 10, Burrow. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Gesicki, the man in motion. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They go. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That is caught. Finding Higgins. 13 yards on the catch there. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now Brown. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Chiefs on top. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. On first down, it's Mahomes. Open man is Hopkins. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Mahomes now to throw again. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
To the outside, catch made by Worthy. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chiefs will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to get back to work. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Play action now. It's Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosibach.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. A quick slant taken by Chase. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Burrow. There's that man again. Another catch. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
They'll run here with Brown. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
They bring Chase in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
The Bengals ready to punt this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is as good as you could possibly get. It's out of bounds, and it's marked right at the 1-yard line. Well done. set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Throwing now, Mahomes. Open man, right side. He's got it. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chiefs have a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
A handoff to Pacheco. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Here's P-Rod. Get this one out to the 43-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Play action here. Mahomes, he's going to let this one go for Worthy. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be 1st and goal. They've got it at the 3.
And after that explosive play, they have a chance to extend their lead even more, and they have had their way. The defense has had no answers for anything they've done in the passing game, and they don't find out a way to slow them down. They could be in for a long game.
So the big play gets them down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Bengals offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They bring Chase in motion. Second down, Burrow. To the middle of the field. That's taken in by Chase. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's Brown. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Burrow now. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Drew Tranquill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. First down throw, Mahomes. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Motion man is Rice. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And he's into the end zone. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Burrow to throw. Going up top. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. To the left side, caught by Chase. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They bring Chase in motion. On 1st down, Burrow. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Burrow. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock, catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Open man is Hopkins. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the 1st half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Couple of 1st downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10, up at the 42. Mahomes now to throw again. The throw on the run is complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, KC. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this 1st half. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This one from 54 yards out. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. So we reach halftime, and the visitors, the Chiefs, out on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. The 2nd half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. Whoa. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
They put Kelsey in motion. He connects with Gray on that one. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
A handoff, running left, it's Pacheco. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, it'll go down as a loss of 2.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On third down, Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Von Bell. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
A first down throw for Burrow. That's caught left side by Burton. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's a designed run. And nice work here. He's got the first down to about the 30-yard line.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive lineman like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosivas. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field open.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Bengals are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting set to get back to work. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Man in motion is Brown. This one, a deep shot for Rice. Geno Stone that time, all over him in coverage.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
On fourth down, it's Matt Ariza to punt for KC. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The home team's offense, and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Burrow. That's to the right side for Burton. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing is Burrow. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And third down coming up.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. 13 yards on that pass play, and the Bengals going to have a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
A carry here for Brown. He gets free. And he's going to take this all the way home. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
On is McPherson for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bengals are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw is Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Motion man is Rice. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
On first down, it's Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
Third and short. Here's Patrick. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. On first down, Burrow. There's that man again. Another catch.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
On second down, they run the counter. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle. Third and 6. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
That's fielded at about the 18. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They put Kelsey in motion. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They put Kelsey in motion. A first down throw for Mahomes. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Toward the boundary, Rice bringing it in. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. A give here to Pacheco. He's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this is why the head coach makes the big bucks, Mike, to make decisions like that. I think at this point in the 3rd quarter, you have a chance to really make a statement by coming away with 6. I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going for it on here on 4th down. I'm being aggressive.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. Burrow to throw. That's into the hands of Yosivas. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
That one taken in by Burton. 15-yard pickup there. It's a Cincinnati 1st down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
2nd down, Burrow. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
When you have a tight end that you can flex out and just throw them one-on-one jump balls, man, it is so difficult for defenses to defend. And sometimes it's just as simple as my man is bigger than yours, and I'm going to throw it up, and he comes down with it.
Gesicki, the man in motion. A 1st down throw for Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Now a give up the middle. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will score! Game on! Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. Hardman now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. First down throw, Mahomes. Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Mahomes. He connects with Gray on that one. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
First and 10 for Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gray. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A run, it's P-Run. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They put Kelsey in motion. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Motion man is Rice. Mahomes now on 2nd down. And he's in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the fourth quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Butker now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Chiefs will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bengals offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They go play action for Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosivas. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. Give them 14 on that one. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up first and 10. A quick throw out wide, caught left side, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results.
And he will score! Game on! Jamar Chase, touchdown Cincinnati. He's got another one, his second touchdown of the evening.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
McPherson now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Bengals will cut it to a 2-point lead. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. They'll come up here, first and 10. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. from the shotgun. It's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Bengals offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Burrow here on 2nd down. There's that man again. Another catch. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
On 1st down, Burrow. Right back to Chase. He's got it again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Two 1st downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow to the left side, caught by Chase. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They bring Chase in motion. On the ground, it's Brown. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's close to the 1st down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. He is going to have a Bengals 1st down. He's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Pass pulled in by Herbert. He is in. Khalil Herbert. Touchdown, Bengals.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals will up the lead to 5. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7th. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. It finds the hands of Marquise Brown. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st down. Gray is the motion man here. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to move this thing down. I think they can win.
Minute, one timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw again. A short one caught by Kelsey. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Second and 6 coming up. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That is caught, and this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense back onto the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here comes 2nd down. To throw is Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd. Important moment here. 3rd down and 4. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Now timeout called. Let's see, you're looking at a long field goal try from here. Well, this might be one final heave to the end zone. So out now, Evan McPherson in a big spot. This to force overtime. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here. So out now, Evan McPherson in a big spot. This one he's got to have. This one is good. And the Bengals will tie up the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Hardman now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And not a whole lot there, up to about the 25. Here's 2nd and 9. They put Kelsey in motion. Now a first throw here in overtime. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he gets this up to the 42.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. And that last throw will be the one that does it. He has now set the NFL record, most passing yards in a single game. They put Kelsey in motion. First down throw, Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gray. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. They put Kelsey in motion. A first down throw for Mahomes. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. The left side into the hands of Hopkins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He's got it inside the 5. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. To the goal line and in. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Chiefs. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He runs with it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Second down and 8. Here's Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. Burrow. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And he's going to have the Bengals first down. And he'll get it by plenty. It's a gain of 8 on 4th and 1. Throwing is Burrow. That is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Burrow now. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Burrow now to throw on first down. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Burrow. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
You just have to have a better plan coming into the game when you're facing this sort of pass rush. You are not going to be able to sit there with long developing plays and pat the ball in the pocket. It has to be read 1, read 2, check down. Get the ball out of your hands. Protect your offensive lineman a little bit.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark. But he is short. They've held him on 4th down.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night from Cincinnati.